Hi, folks. Welcome to Rudy Vision. Today, I'm going to be talking about some advice for those of you who are in Mournhold Traders and you're selling goods in those traders. If you have a Mournhold Trader, it is one of the best in the game, hands down. You sell items super fast, and you do make a lot of gold by having these traders. However, I will say that it is by far the most competitive traders to be in. The sellers are very aggressive, and you will constantly have to relist your prices almost on a daily basis. I'm not making this up. The competition is that fierce. But it's that fierce because of the level of people that are in there and because they know it's a high volume trader. So it's only for the best of the best. And if you're not into competing with other people or you're not into relisting your items and such, my advice is not to even be in a Mournhold Trader. You want to definitely have some experience under your belt with regular traders in non-high profile areas before you decide to go into Mournhold. That being said, the dues in a Mournhold Trader, at least on Xbox, I don't know how it is on other systems, but the average due for a Mournhold Trader is 20K a week. So when you're putting up stuff in a Mournhold Trader, you're going to at least have to bring in 20K worth of revenue in order to break even. It's not hard. You can do it very easily, and in fact, you can do it probably within an hour or less. But you got to have a plan. You can't just go into a Mournhold Trader and expect, you know, unreasonable expectations. Now, you also want to determine whether you're going to be in the trader for the long run or not. Some people use different strategies when they're in Mournhold. Some people will be in there for the long run, doing a lot of different types of sales in Mournhold, and other people will only be there for maybe a week or two, and that's it. But you definitely want to set a plan for yourself as to how long you're going to be in there. Because I'm going to be honest, if you're not going to be doing anything in the Mournhold Trader, or if you don't have the inventory levels to sustain yourself being in there, then you're just wasting your time. So definitely have a plan and definitely determine how long you're going to be in that trader or not. If you're the type of person that plays the game passively here and there, and then decides to take a break for several months, a Mournhold Trader is not for you. And you're just wasting your gold being in there if you're not even. I mean, some people will pay weeks in advance and then not even play the game. That's just a waste of gold. Because after 30 days, as I discussed in my passive income video, once that marker hits, after 30 days, you're no longer going to get income from anything in this game. So if you're paying for more than 30 days worth of dues, you have to really think hard about this and determine whether you're going to be in it for the long run or not. Lifetime dues, I'm going to give you my perspective on this too. Lifetime dues in a Mournhold Trader, at least on Xbox, they will average from 2 to 5 million, and that will cover you for the whole duration of the guild's life. However, it's been my experience, and this is my own personal perspective. I've played this game for 5 years, and I have never once ever given any due that is lifetime. Because I've seen guilds come and go, and especially in Mournhold, the GMs turn over a lot. Sometimes the whole guild goes under, and sometimes they just don't manage the guild right. Um, you have to think of it from a financial perspective. 1 year in mold, 1 year in Mournhold at 20K dues is exactly 1.04 million. Okay, that's 52 weeks worth of dues, and they will typically ask 2 to 5 million for lifetime dues. So you got to think in the long term, is it really worth it? You have to study the guild and make sure that they are winning on a weekly basis. Because if they're winning, let's say, once a month or twice a month, and they're not winning consistently, weekly, week after week, then you're just wasting your gold. And you're going to make a poor investment and lose more gold than gain from it. Sure, you could save money in the long run from lifetime dues, but again, like I said, 1.04 million for 1 year. Okay, and if they're asking for 2 million, that means the guild has to sustain business in Mournhold for at least 2 years before they're even, worthy of lifetime dues. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind. You definitely want to make sure that this guild is a thriving guild. And also study the rules and policies of each Mournhold trader. Um, I'm going to say this, and this is going to be controversial, but it's kind of an unwritten rule. Never undercut the guild master of a guild. They won't ever come out and say it. They won't ever come out and make a rule on it, but it's an unwritten rule. And you can go ahead and undercut the guild master, but be careful about it because remember, in a Mournhold trader, they don't mess around. You're late on your dues, they don't hesitate to demote you, and if you make them angry, they're not going to hesitate to flex their muscle on you and to remove you from their guild. I've seen it happen time and time again with different traders in Mournhold and different GMs and different management. So you got to be careful not to undercut the guild master and a high ranking officer that has a lot of power in the guild. And I don't say this to put fear into people, I'm just saying this to tell you my experience over the 5 years I've played this game and what I've seen in Mournhold. I've seen all the dirty stuff they do out there, and it's not good sometimes. It could lead to a bad gaming experience. So I just want to warn people up front of what to expect, just in case it happens. It doesn't mean that every Mournhold trader is like this. Some are managed very good, and others not so much. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're in a Mournhold trader. And finally, you want to have a product line always. If you're going to be in Mournhold for the long run, you want to have a consistent product you're selling and you want to replenish your inventory and constantly put it up. Whether you're a mat seller, a glyph seller, an armor seller, you name it, you want to keep your inventory full at all times. And that's the measure of having success in a Mournhold trader. All right, folks, I hope this advice was helpful to you. And I wish you guys the best who are in a Mournhold trader. Make yourselves a lot of gold. Like I said, it's the best trader to have in this game, but it comes with some flaws as well. And as long as you know what you're getting yourself into and you know how aggressive the competition is, like I said, you will have to relist often. That comes part of the territory, so keep that in the back of your mind. All right, folks, if you like this video, please hit the like button and become a subscriber. I put out videos on Elder Scrolls Online each and every week, and I'll see you next time.